Okay, you guys, we are back with another video, and as promised, it's another video about our girl Riri. So, Riri and Puma partnership, it has officially come to an end. The contract has ended, and there's no contract renewal or renegotiation. Now, initially, when Puma started out with Savage X Fenty, they really did well back in 2017, 2018. Their collaboration was into the fashion world, and the pieces, they were vibrant, they were playful, they were fun. And as such, when they did the initial launch in 2017, it was so successful that they decided that 2018 they were gonna continue another campaign, which they did, and it was done fairly well. It did fairly well. So back in 2023, Puma decided that they wanted to collaborate with Riri once again. But the pieces, knelt more into the sports. We got the heels, with a sports look and all of that. But for some reason, while the collaboration was a good one, and it was mutually benefiting and mutually rewarding, they could not capture the market as they did initially. And as such, now that the, contract has come to an end, both companies have decided that they'll be moving forward. But most critics believe that Riri is moving on to Nike. And at first I was like, no, I can't see Riri moving on to Nike because Kim is currently in contract with Nike as it relates to where her Skims brand is concerned. And we know that Riri stays away from the Kylie Jenners. But then I was like, wait a minute now. Skims ain't doing so hot. Kim Worse ain't doing so hot. What if Nike realizes that there's an opportunity for them to revamp their feminine wear? And what if the collab with Skims, while it wasn't good, it wasn't bad either? And what's the one gal that we know can literally almost sell anything, especially when it comes to sexy? Bad gal Riri. And I'm like, you know what? While her wearing a pair of Nike sneakers does not mean anything, it could be that the collab is over with Puma. She has always had her Nikes, and she's like, oh my God, I miss these. Puma, it was good, but I miss my Nikes. It could be that, right? But I'm saying, if you think about it, a collaboration with Savage X Fenty and Nike and the sexy feminine line, and they come with some athleisure, I think that would be fire. And I think that Riri is ready to dive back into work with the whole shooting that is going on. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. You know what I've realized? I can't talk about Riri's house shooting. I can't. Ooh. Because I've had a bad experience myself. Every time I talk about it, like every single video, once I go into any details, I start crying because I understand what she went through and what she's currently going through at the moment, even though she's not living there. So pray for me, honey. Pray for me. Your girl needs therapy. She needs therapy, right? But as I was saying, Riri has her mommy body, but Riri has this aura about her wherein when it comes to sexiness, sex appeal, she's able to sell it on repeat. And I think that Kim while she's good, I think Nike might be looking for not just good, they want excellence. And I believe, as I've said, Riri is ready to dive into something else other than being a mom. I think she's ready for a challenge. And as such, I think the streets might be correct. We might be getting a collaboration, Nike x Savage x Fenty. Can you imagine that? It would be fire because I see the potential. I see the potential with Riri, and I see it becoming like hot bread or hot cake, as some would say. That's Riri selling lingerie, sportswear, and Rihanna has a mommy body, honey, so she's gonna invest her soul into that project, providing there's a project. And you know what? We're manifesting that project for our girl. She's going to have fun with it. I think that Rihanna is at the best place and time in her life to do a collaboration with Nike.
Not an underwear commercial.
I believe, based on her experience with postpartum, fluctuating body type, the mood swings, the hormone imbalance, I think she's going to ask about fabric to certain specification. Fabric that makes you feel cool. Fabric that just makes you feel good. Fabric that when you sweat in it, you don't have a sweat mark. I think this can potentially be one of the biggest collaborations, if it happens, that we are about to see in history, next to Adidas x Yeezys. I honestly think so. Because as I've said, with her being a mom, being in her mommy era, she knows what she would like for her kids when it comes to, and can you imagine Savage x Fenty going kids and then mixing that with Nike, and then you have a mother. Rihanna can sell athleisure. She can sell athletics because she has a true body. And people believe Riri over a Kardashian Jenner any day. Because Rihanna is 100% real. I think Riri might be the only real woman that is left in the industry. Might. I'd have to do some checks. I think there's some other natural girlies, but I think Riri is one of the only natural bodies, one-off, left in the industry. So who better to come with a collab with Nike than Riri? And I believe it will definitely do out of this world. So tell you what, on second thoughts, let's make it happen. I want to see it. I want to see it. But what about you guys? Would you guys like to see it? Like, I know that legging is going to be fire because she's going to think about, oh, I'm an island gal. Will I feel comfortable if I go to Barbados in this? How would I feel after sweating because it's hot in the Caribbean? And as such, that's so you know we're going to get some badass pieces. It has happened. I'm manifesting it for us. Because, honey, sometimes I go through it. I have a fluctuating body too because of Graves' disease. And there are times when I'm of different sizes in a single year. And sometimes you just want something that makes you comfy, calm, without feeling like your skin is at war. And even if you're struggling financially, you will not spare a cent on that skin comfort. Like, do you know how important skin comfort is? Like, it is one of the most priceless thing ever. Skin comfort is a big deal. So, let's make it happen. I want to see it happen. Let me know, guys, if you are down for this Nike X Savage X Mute, however they're gonna put it. I want to see it. Let's make it happen. Let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna talk in the comment section. Peace.